So with us now is Republican Representative Brad Wenstrup of Ohio. He is a member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. Congressman, thanks very much for joining us. On Tuesday, President Biden said he had decided on how to respond, and now we're seeing reports that this could be a longer campaign. One report says even 2 months. I'm wondering how you react to that, and do you think the Biden administration is taking too long now to respond to something that happened over the weekend?
Yeah, well, I do think it's too long, and it's been too long for a while. If you look at the attacks that have taken place since October 7th on U.S. interests, U.S. military, 160 times, what are we waiting for? When you know that it is Iran that is behind these militias, behind Hamas, Hezbollah, and Houthis, they're funding them. They're providing the training. They're providing dollars and the weapons as well. So this has gone on for some time. And I'll take it back even further, to be honest with you. This is since 1979. I mean, Iran is not going to change as long as it has its current regime. I don't understand why, even under the Obama administration and the Biden administration, there were efforts in many ways to appease. You have to act swiftly if you're going to deter. Look, under the Trump administration, we took out Soleimani. I heard some people in Democrat circles, especially higher up, say we shouldn't have done that. It made them mad. Well, haven't they made us mad since 1979? This has been going on forever. So you got to act swiftly when you do this. I served in the military. You want to be a deterrent, you got to make sure they know that something's going to happen. And just playing whack-a-mole or something like that with drones doesn't send the message that needs to be heard, because this has been going on for decades.
All right, well, let me ask you about that, Congressman, because just last night we saw the United States take out some drone attacks that were being launched from Houthi territory, according to the Pentagon. So it just seems as though the more we lob those tomahawks, the more we attack the Houthi sites, the launch sites with drones, it doesn't seem to be helping. As a matter of fact, it seems to be playing into Houthi hands. So how would you suggest that the United States and President Biden respond to Iran without being drawn further into a conflict that Iran and its proxies seem to want?
Well, yeah, they do seem to want it, and they're doing everything they can. So what can you do to get them to stop? Well, why not make sure that the mothership feels it? And I think that they're vulnerable in many ways. I mean, if you look, we just gave them a warning about a terrorist attack, and guess what? The terrorist attack occurred anyway. So they're going to have to feel some at the mothership. You can play whack-a-mole with the baby moles, but if you don't go after the parents at some point and tell them enough is enough, you can warn them all you want, but you're going to have to do something, because right now they have no fear.
Congressman, there are reports today that from the UN nuclear watchdog, the IAEA, says Iran has slowed down production of enriched uranium. What do you make of that? Do you think Iran is just doing that for show, or do you think they're really feeling the pinch now from the United States and the American military and allies' attack on some of Iran's allies and proxies throughout the region?
I think that may be manipulative, but I don't know for sure. If they've slowed that down, that could be a strategy just to give a different signal. But look, we know their ambitions. They've been there. They make no bones about it, really. And I think that we are in a much dangerous place in this world if they do achieve a nuclear weapon, because it looks like they will do whatever they can, especially if they can do things through their proxies, which they are doing. At some point, we have to let them know the United States is not going to stand for this anymore. How much should it take? You know, how many times do you let somebody punch you before you punch them back and really punch them back? We lost 3 lives in Jordan, and we're going to sit around and wait? Well, I'll tell you what, when I served in Iraq, you take out one of our guys, we're swift. We're swift in finding who did it and making sure that we retaliate. That's the only way that you can deter going forward.
All right, Congressman Wenstrup, thank you very much for joining us today.